Greetings, kitties! Welcome back to Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast that delves deep into the dungeon of horrifying delights that Tales from the Crypt always had in store for us. Before today's wonderful episode, a little bit of business. People, please find Misfit Parade on YouTube. That's our channel. You can find this podcast, our short films, as well as our sister podcast, the Messed Up Movies Podcast. If you love Tales from the Crypt, you definitely love yourself some messed up movies. And that's what we talk about over there. We are so ecstatic that Tales from the Crypt has finally found a streaming home on Shudder. We are pumped to see you guys all talking about this wonderful classic show again. Season 5, Episode 12, Halfway Horrible. For an episode that might be all the way horrible, I'm not going to say. Because there's one thing to me that saves this entire fucking episode. Right? This is about the owner of a chemical company, sinister past dealings come back to haunt him when he identifies the body of a business associate. This is the story of a guy who's running a business. He's come up with this thing, Zentheon B, I believe.
That's correct.
It's a preservative that will make food never rot. Your clothes will never fall apart. Save money on suits. That's a fucking gut buster we get in the middle. Also can do some fucking horrifying things to the human body, as always happens with Tales from the Crypt. This, the people come back from the grave motif we've seen just a lot, right? There's two things about this episode that are pretty fucking awesome. It is directed by Gregory Widen.
Yep.
Or Widen. He has written some movies that I fucking love. So he wrote Backdraft. Mm-hmm. He wrote The Prophecy with Christopher Walken. He also wrote the greatest film of all time, Highlander.
There we go.
So that's pretty cool. Another thing that my Highlander loving heart holds dear about this episode. One, Clancy Brown is our titular owner of the chemical company.
Clancy Brown will save it.
Clancy Brown is doing work, and he's still got that mojo, because we definitely see him pick up a primitive weapon and fucking decapitate his enemy.
Yep.
Once you Kurgan, you can't un-Kurgan.
Can't really stop Kurganing.
Other than that,
I mean, it's nice to see Martin Kove and Cheech Marin getting work. I love Cheech Marin.
yeah, Cheech Marin coming out in just full fucking regalia. He looks like a leopard on a show that our kids watched when we were babies. They're like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Something is off. Alex, what did you make of this interesting array of decisions?
I think this is again, you're just at the end of the season, and I don't know if it's because we've watched 5 seasons of this show. But
we're on a lot of episodes by now.
But this one particularly, I was just like, holy shit. All right, let me just get on the checklist here. That happened, that happened,
let's see.
that
We are
happened.
65 episodes deep after we finish this season.
Yeah. So 65 episodes in, I'm just like, okay, check mark there. Like, you could do this learning
We've got
tree.
White stealing troubled secrets from
white stealing
small
Brazilian
jungle cultures. We've seen that a lot.
White stealing from Brazilian culture.
This is half of a jilted lover / dirty business dealing. Those are common ones we go back to a lot.
Yeah.
The thing that came back from the grave motif.
Human sacrifice, who comes back to haunt.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, the undead makeup and the final image is pretty sweet, and
the final image is sweet. Yeah.
The rest of it, you're just like, I get it. Thank you.
This is a common talking point we always come back to in this episode, right? Or not this episode particularly, but the show.
I feel bad,
Some of these,
man.
when you're going back to the fucking well over and over and
the well dries up at some point.
There is at least 10 of these episodes, right?
Yeah.
Lover or business partner done wrong comes back from the grave to get revenge. You have a human preservative, or a preservative that preserves everything. They say at the start, they're like, they're looking at this dead body that is clearly already in severe decay. Yeah. And Martin Kove, the detective's just like, they say his head won't rot for 100 years. I was like, brother, it's already started. Yeah. This fucking nasty, just fucking leathery colored body is not making it 100 years. I think Zentheon B sucks. Maybe it gives an apple another season.
Zentheon
what
B
are we talking about?
Yeah, Zentheon B doesn't have a great half-life, if we're being honest. Like,
yeah, this body is in fucking sad state of repair. Neither here nor there. You have this element, the Zentheon B, which barely matters to the show at all. We get a little bit of it at the very end. The Zentheon B does help animate a corpse at one point, right? But that's more because the Alex, the guy who gets betrayed in the jungle, right?
yeah.
We came down here to go all the way, remember, Alex? All the way. It's like, all right, yeah, Clancy Brown, fucking rock my face off. I love that. Because he went through the magical ritual, that is why he's back. So you're like, so Zentheon B really has no fucking value to this other than you're just telling me it's worth all the monies.
If you basically boil out all the FDA, like all the extra stuff, we've like this one has been done so many times, and you're just like, got it, revenge.
Right, and what does this one offer other than Clancy Brown? Which is a fucking hearty meal.
Great offer.
Hearty meal.
Great offer.
That's a good thing to bring.
It's so a beefy stew offer.
So shockingly boring, right? Like if you took Clancy Brown, because I will say this, as much as this episode is giving us fucking nothing until like the last couple minutes, Clancy Brown is doing work. He is really captivating as this kind of evil businessman who's willing to throw his partner under the bus. But you watch it and you're like, the ritual we don't see, right? We just see people going in a box. We don't see the magic, right? That feels like it should be important. We don't see Zentheon B having this reanimator-like effect on bodies. That feels like it should be important, right?
Yeah.
We foist in this, Cheech Marin is whatever the fuck he's doing, right? Whatever his job title is in this movie, he comes in and he's like, well, your bad half is taken over, right? It's not even telling you what you do anymore is what Alex says, right? So we find out that the murders of his business partner are him because his evil half is taking over. The evil half taking over where he blacks out and murders people and writes notes.
Awesome.
That has nothing to do, and the headaches, right?
However,
because he keeps saying he has headaches. None of that has to do with the magic or Zentheon B.
That's the problem.
That's just a psychosis. So again, we have three parallel things that are causing horror. None of them are playing together or building off each other. They're just like, every time a weird thing happens, they're like, well, here's the magical horror reasoning. And you're like, why? Just do one. What if he's injecting himself with Zentheon B, right? Like there's this billionaire now who's into de-aging himself, right? He's doing a Benjamin Button by like injecting himself with his 19-year-old son's blood and shit. Yeah. And it's like, why is that not the story, right? The Zentheon B, like it has this fucking moth to the flames effect on whites where it's, fucking drawing them to take it so they can have no wrinkles. Like, why is this the thing? Why are there so many explanations that don't fucking matter to anything?
There's no good, like, Roland Daggett gives, Clayface the stuff for his face. Like, oh, well, he's an actor. I understand that.
That's exactly what I wanted. That's what I was looking for.
Completely void from this episode. Just like, oh, this thing keeps food okay. I'm like, did you see the guy? The food will rot.
Yeah, he's
really
like,
fast.
and your suits. I was like, are you going to put a syringe in your fucking Louis Vuittons?
Why are you putting that on suits?
Yeah. Oh, have you ever been sad? You spent so much on a handbag.
It was just so. Again, you're just.
How does it preserve everything? Like, what?
Again, like, wildly unimportant to what they're trying to get to.
Like, no longer. Your balls will be like tight, hard-boiled eggs.
Tight.
It's like, well, I mean, can we find a middle ground? Like, I want some of that old grandfather clock dangle. Can we find? No, it preserves every. It's like, oh god,
God,
like
it.
Again, the horror elements don't matter, and until Clancy Brown thinks it's his lawyer and fucking murders him in a righteous fucking bout of anger, right? Smash him into the glass, fucking cracks his face open on the table. You're like, finally, something that I can fucking get in. And then the zombie Alex shows up, and we're doing this like almost Ebenezer Scroogean tale. You're like, finally, okay, here we go. Now we're in. Cheech Marin's dressed as a fucking like, scary off-Broadway tiger. Yes, but by this point, it's too little, too late.
But yeah, that's the
There's
problem.
There's no
is
connection to anything that matters.
Like, you waited the entire episode for this, and you're like, why did this not happen 10 minutes ago? Like, if it had been his dead friend following him around the whole time, I'm like, oh, that's pretty metal. Like, oh, maybe Zentheon B is like not a preservative, but preserves like your dead friend in your brain.
What if we didn't do the like he goes to his house and we do this whole crime scene shit? When we know it's Clancy Brown, we know he's going to be the one who does crimes.
Not a
Clancy
surprise.
Brown. Why do we not take all that out and just say, yeah, his friends are trying to fuck him with the FDA because they found out about Alex and he's knocking them off with Zentheon B? Like, something that makes this show worth watching besides just the beautiful, rugged lead actor of the show, which is undeniable. It's an undeniable force. But this is what I'm saying. It was like Shaq in Orlando. When you have such a powerful tool, sometimes you forget about the basics. You forget about the glue guys because you're just like, Shaq or Clancy Brown will do it for us. And that is the unfortunate down. At the end, by the time he's like, Cheech Marin just mangled half of his face because I guess the evil half lives inside of, I don't know, your cheekbones. And I was like, that's it? That's all he did? I was like, I think this guy won the show. He just got to murder everyone. The cops are looking for him. I was like, there's a little bit of like added horror at the end of like, so you're just going to be a well-preserved guy who can't die in prison? That seems like a mistake.
It's just,
that seems like a horrible mistake.
Half his face is brought up. He's like, here it goes. I'm like, okay. Just.
Yeah. Hey, man. As long as that ass is intact, that's the currency of prison. You better hope Cheech Marin took that all the way down and two-faced you. Otherwise, it's going to be a long fucking life sentence for you. Yeah, because he's killed at least 3 people, four people. That's 4 consecutive life terms. That is a lot of husbands he's about to have. Yeah. He's going to be getting passed around for centuries. Yeah, because his ass will never decay. And as we know, because it's Clancy Brown, what a fine ass it is.
Also, Shawshank.
Clancy Brown and Shawshank. Yeah, Clancy Brown has a bad track record with prison.
Not great.
I'm just saying, if you're going to go to prison where the worst of the worst are, based on exclusively my knowledge of the show Oz, it's going to be a lot of hundreds of years of showering.
Look, they're all not going to be almost good, and this one certainly doesn't quite hit the mark for me.
I saw this thing. This guy was on a podcast with Tom Segura, and he was like, "Do you know what Dookie Glocks are?" And I was like, what? And he says, apparently in prisons now, guys aren't fighting. What they do is they take water bottles and fill them with piss, their shit, and sperm, any bodily fluids they can muster. And they seal them up like a fucking Jankum supply. And they stash them, right? So when someone's about to start beef and you're about to fight, he's like, you can watch videos of this. I went and looked it up. It is fucking amazing. It's just guys having like the grossest squirt gun fights with Dookie Glocks, where they then take the bottles and fucking spray them on their enemies. The enemy could be returning fire, and apparently the smell that is created in these little fucking plastic bottles is so horrendous that you'll just see the whole floor like, ah! Everyone's fucking fleeing. People are throwing up and weeping, and it's just the whole block now smells like a Dookie Glock. And apparently the guy was saying, and again, everything I know about prison, I'm realizing, is not based on good factual evidence, but what I've learned from movies and this one TikTok, that guys are not fighting anymore because you just have these little cannons of fucking misery to defend yourself with. And now that's Clancy Brown's life for 4 consecutive life sentences.
What do you think a Zentheon B Dookie Glock is like? Probably pretty gross.
It's probably got some fucking beautiful glow to it, like it's a Spencer's gift item from the 90s. And you're just like, oh my God. Yeah. He's bringing the war. No, because then what he's doing is he's just preserving the guys that he's now. This is the thing I took umbrage with in the TikTok. I was like, I think if someone sprayed a Dookie Glock at me, I'd be like, I'm already in fucking murderer jail. I'm going to add one more. You just fucking literally sprayed your spunk and your urine and your fucking fecal into my face and ruined my day. I think I have to fucking try to murder you. I don't know what's going on. Like, do we not do shanks anymore because we have these water bottles of fucking fecal? But I'm having my righteous revenge. There's no way I'm taking that lying down. Never. Never. I don't know. At least we found something to talk about in this episode. This is a dog shit episode. It will be very far down the rankings.
This is a real Dookie Glock of an episode, if you ask me.
I'm looking right now. At 44, we've got Seance. At 45, we have Well Cooked Hams, which we just watched. This does not hold a candle to the shenanigans of Well Cooked Hams. Like, at 51, we have The Thing from the Grave, which this is kind of
where's the Reluctant Vampire at?
The Reluctant Vampire is at 61. It's the third worst episode.
This is definitely worse than that. Wait, no. This one,
I mean, it's less interesting. I don't think it's worse.
Sorry, I would give it like 60.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where I'm looking. There's one at 54, Corman's Calamity, about the cartoonist, the comic book writer in season 2.
Yeah.
It's not as interesting as that. Love Come Hack to Me at 56 is the lady who their family, they get married, and for one night, they fuck their husbands. The bust immediately produces an offspring in their wombs, and then they kill him with an axe. I'm like, that's way better than anything in this show.
Absolutely.
Like,
talk about preservative.
This is Maniac at Large, the weird librarian movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably lower than almost all of those. Like, this is a bad episode of Tales from the Crypt. And that's it! Mercifully, we're done with this episode. Hey, man.
However,
we're
unmercifully,
65 episodes in. There's going to be some duds. You just hope they're not at the end of the season. But we're doing this all in a run, dude. So this is going to happen, right? We're going to plow into season 6 and 7, and we'll see how that goes. That's it.